I've just bought my very own £800 $1,000 PXG driver. Kinda. Let's do it. And let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel. I hope you're all safe, I hope you're all doing really, really well. In today's video, well, PXG driver, anyone? You see guys, a few days ago I was lucky enough to review the brand new PXG 0811 prototype driver, and it's pretty cool, and to be honest it wasn't too expensive. And you might notice that this isn't actually a PXG box, because now obviously new drivers have been coming out. Shout out to Al, it didn't come with a head cover, so I guess I've got some explaining to do. Yeah, so I mean basically testing that PXG 0811X prototype driver, I think that's what it was anyway, really whet my appetite to test more PXG drivers, and I thought why not test out where it started off? Why not test out what kicked it all off, the real mega expensive £800 $1,000 PXG 0811. They've got the same name, but basically this is the original PXG Generation 1 driver, and I've picked one up from my friends at Golf Clubs for Cash. Now, this isn't a sponsored video, but the guys at Golf Clubs for Cash did leave me a little bag in here with a bag tag, which I'll probably not use, some T-pegs, which I definitely will use, and also a little note. How about you do a £250 voucher giveaway for Golf Clubs for Cash? Entrants have to like our Facebook page. You know what? That sounds, yeah. So guys, basically, Al's head covers there. So guys, basically all you have to do is you have to go over and like the guys' Facebook page at Golf Clubs for Cash. You also have to be a subscriber to this channel, so if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button below, and also like this video so that I know that you're enjoying the content, and just comment below liked, L-I-K-E-D, liked. Go over and like the guy's Facebook page as well, and you'll be in with a draw for £250 voucher for Golf Clubs for Cash, and that would actually be enough to get yourself a Generation 1 PXG driver, sort of. And you see, the whole kind of point behind this video for me is to find out just how good is this thing still. Obviously it's not worth £800 or $1,000 anymore, but it was. When these first came out, they cost an absolute fortune. Do they still work? Is it still going to perform as good or better than what I'm using at the moment? Because if it does, I might potentially stick it in the bag. I'll go through the specs of it in a second. I'll go through obviously how it's being fitted, and I'll go through how it feels and sounds once we've hit a couple of shots. Okay, so the first shot's pretty, yeah, that's pretty good. Yes, please. You see guys, and if you watch my channel a lot, you will know that I like to compare buying golf clubs to buying other items, like buying cars, buying watches, buying things that are just kind of pretty expensive. And for me, if ever I do buy a car, I never generally go and buy a brand new car. I'll always go and get an ex-demonstrator, I'll go and get a second-hand one, make sure it's not got too many miles on it, but I'll try and get the best deal I can. So is this kind of classed as a classic now? Because it was one of the, you kind of get where I'm going with this. If I can get the performance from 3 years ago of $1,000 for what's still effectively cheaper than a modern day Taylormade, Titleist, Callaway, or even Ping driver. Ping driver? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it does have very much a kind of Ping look about it, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, and to be honest, it looks, feels and sounds pretty good. Oh, that's going left, it's sneaking left. Is that worth a shout? Oh, guys, comment below if you think that's worth a shout. I'm not sure it is. I think it's okay. So, specs-wise of this PXG Generation 1 0811 driver, now we all know that PXG are massively into club fitting, into getting people fitted and using the best possible golf clubs for them, and that's why we have these 16 little tungsten weights around here in the head, because it's all about fine tuning. It's all about getting the exact, precise, perfect weighting for you. And the reason I picked this one is because I really don't think that's far off. We've got 3 heavier weights here at the front, so that's obviously making it a little bit of a low spin head.
And the rest of the weights are the black weights, which are the lighter ones. So really, it's just like playing a kind of Cobra F9/Speedzone/ Taylormade M5/ anything with the weights at the front of the head. Ping LS Tech, anyone? So obviously the person who bought this before me will have paid top dollar for it, literally, and they'll have got fitted for it because it's very, very personalised with the weighting in the head. Shaft-wise, it's got a Rogue. Shaft-wise, we've got the Aldila Rogue 70-gram extra stiff, which really isn't that far away, to be honest. And it definitely feels to be maybe kind of half an inch shorter, maybe even an inch shorter. I will put that at the bottom of the screen now because I need to kind of test it against a normal driver, which I don't have up here now. But all this combination really does add up to almost a perfect driver for me. Famous last words. Oh, it's just so good. Look at that for a ball flight. Such a good ball flight. So guys, as well as commenting below liked to being with a chance of winning the £250 gift voucher for Golf Clubs for Cash, comment below and ask me, or tell me, because I'm asking you, what clubs would you like to see me test this up against in the next few days, weeks or months? The Taylormade SIM, the Callaway Mavrik, the Ping G410. Be a little bit of a derby match, wouldn't it? Ping versus PXG, it's almost like an El Clasico, sort of. Maybe more like United City. Or, I don't know, yeah, what could be Newcastle Sunderland, we never know. Right, come on, let's get another one out there. So that one spun up a little bit. I definitely caught that a little bit heelier, and we've lost quite a bit of distance, but we're still in the fairway, which is absolutely ideal. Remember, this is the least forgiving setting as well, so any kind of off-centre strikes aren't going to be idyllic. Idyllic? Idyllic. And you see, the other kind of side of this coin is, how disappointed would you be if you did buy a PXG Generation 1 0811, came to trade it in after spending best part of $1,000 on it? I'm not sure if this would have been an upcharge shaft. I don't think PXG generally did charge upcharge shafts in those times. And then obviously for a second-hand golf club company to be selling this at £254, £250, you'd probably get a deal on it. That you'd have to trade this in at kind of maybe 200, wouldn't you? Because they're not going to take it in at 250 and then sell it at 250 to someone like me. So that's like an 80% loss on your investment. Not that golf clubs are an investment, because they are not an investment. It would be a terrible investment. It's not. It shouldn't even be mentioned in the same sentence. But it's still a big loss. If I was to go and buy a Taylormade SIM driver for £400, I would expect to kind of go and get, maybe if I traded it in 3 years' time, but I expect to still get maybe £150, £200 for it, near enough, sort of. But then if we went on the same percentage loss as this, wait a minute, 800, 200, quarter, then we're talking £100. That really wasn't that difficult, was it? It's half. But then the other side of the argument is, if you can buy PXG clubs, you're not that much bothered in the trading value, really? Unless you're from Yorkshire, in which case you would definitely be bothered about trading value. Right, come on, we need a long one out there now. Another Healy one. And I mean, condition of this driver, if I just kind of give you a close-up of the head now, I really don't think it's that bad. I'm not going to lie, I have put my own grip on it today because it came with the world's awfulest, biggest, fattest, kind of +8 layers of tape grip on it, which wasn't ideal, but like head-wise, I really don't think that's too bad. There's a couple of marks on it here. It's obviously been well used, but the club face is like, it's almost like new. There's, again, a couple of marks, but not bad. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. So then, another point which I was going to mention in this video, and I'm doing a lot of talking, so I do apologise for that, but PXG drivers all look very similar. So if I compare this PXG driver, the 0811, against the 0811 limited edition, which I tested last week, which got me thinking about testing more PXG clubs, they look similar. I'm not going to say they look the same, because especially on top, the new one looks awesome. But it only looks awesome because it's different and because it's new. This one still looks good, still looks great. It's still got the same name. So when you pull it out the bag, if you're after that kind of, oh, he's got a PXG driver, which I'm sure some people, that's probably one of the reasons why some people do buy these clubs, they're not going to then say, oh, is it a Gen 1, a Gen 2 or a Gen 3? Because, I mean, I wouldn't even know, to be honest. I'd just say, look, he's got a PXG driver. Nice one. No, 4 left. That was a terrible swing. Terrible. It's been coming, to be fair. Who would also like to see a video where I sort of try and fit myself into this? I try and kind of move the weights around into the best setting for me, maybe play around with the loft, maybe even try and get some shafts and play around with the shafts as well. One thing I do know is 9-degree head should be about perfect for me realistically. Kind of the expensive bit. Right guys, I'm going to hit 2 more shots. That's 10 shots in total. I definitely feel like I've done enough talking in this video. I think I've hit all the points I wanted to. So I'm well aware this could be your 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th time commenting on this video. But guys, what do you think? I know you're going to want to see the numbers, so maybe leave that till the end. But really interested to see what you guys think of this kind of idea of buying a mega expensive driver second hand for cheaper. And all you guys who clicked on this video because you honestly thought I'd spent $1,000 on a driver, come on. Come on, really? Not gonna happen. I mean, I even went to the trouble of finding a black box, so you thought I'd actually bought a new one. But it's a Taylormade box, so black boxes are hard to find as well. Right guys, that's 10 shots hit with the PXG0811 Generation 1 driver. How's it done? First of all, I want to say that it feels nice. It feels nice, it sounds good. Definitely think the shaft might be a little bit shorter, and I will have told you if it is. But let's have a look. Dispersion for 10 shots. That's obviously not good. I'm going to move that cursor as well because that's just annoying. It's obviously not good. I don't think it's bad. I think there was one real kind of bad one there which just wasn't a very nice golf swing at all, but all in all it's okay. I don't think it's bad. It's just one of those really. Slightly average day at the office looking at those. What about the numbers? So numbers, looking at the average, remember this was a $1,000 driver a matter of years ago. Pretty much exactly where I would expect them to be. 273 carry, 275 carry is normally what I would see. We've been in lockdown for a few weeks, so I'm fine with that being down. Club speed 106, ball speed 155, they're definitely down, and a spin rate of 2.5, which is pretty good. Now, I can't help but think those numbers are pretty good numbers. To say again, we've been in lockdown for a couple of weeks, numbers are down, I've put a little bit of timber on, so I'm not generally swinging it maybe as well as I was pre-lockdown. It's performed okay, it's performed just fine, it's performed okay. All words which, if I'd have spent $1,000, £800, I'd be a little bit annoyed about really. Obviously it's not fitted for me, so there's that in the equation as well. But I've only spent £250, which is cheaper than a lot of other drivers on the market today. So that okay, did fine, actually did really well. It saved me some money, it's performed awesome. All things which, I know it's strange as a golfer thinking, well, it depends how much money you spend as to what you expect to get from something, but this is exactly what I kind of wanted this test to do in my head as well anyway, thinking you can go and buy really good golf clubs for second-hand and cheap, and they can perform just as well as other drivers on the market which are pretty expensive. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed that. Make sure you do hit those comments below and let me know what other content you want to see with this bad boy. I'm not going to lie, I've kind of taken a bit of a liking to it. It might sneak its way in the bag for a little bit anyway. And I've just found this in my pocket as well, so anyone who wants a £250 voucher for golf clubs for cash, they are giving one away. Go over and like their Facebook page, comment on this video, liked, I'm sure I said liked. I'll put up here what you have to comment. Make sure you do subscribe to my channel as well, this channel you're watching this on, and like this video. Apart from that guys, I'll very much look forward, it's a dummy one that anyway, seeing you tomorrow.